Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 110.
110.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
That's right. We're finally going to go and check them out this week, maybe Thursday, see what's new.
Probably buy a few things.
Yeah, that usually seems to be an occurrence there.
And PixieVacations.com. We're coming up on Halloween and Christmas at Walt Disney World.
Oh,
it's a great time to book your stay.
1 month from the first Halloween party.
Don't even say that. And Maple Leaf Tickets.
Our official ticket agency, the best deals on tickets in town. Check them out. And we are off. We actually are starting this week's show at the Four Seasons Resort Orlando at Walt Disney World Resort.
Yes.
Long title.
It is a big title, but we'll just say Four Seasons for now.
Right.
And they are located in the Golden Oak at Walt Disney World, not too far from Fort Wilderness, and but it feels like a world away. It does not feel like you are on Walt Disney World property. At least to me, it didn't.
And look, there's a hidden Mickey there. If you look
Except for
sideways,
something like that,
yes. Yes.
Well, I totally missed that until...
This is awesome. These, as you told me, represent fireworks, and I love fireworks. So this chandelier, amazing.
This chandelier looks very light, but it's 1,200 pounds. It was made in the Czech Republic, and it has thousands and thousands of crystals. And it's gorgeous.
That would look great in the Mousesteps World headquarters, right here in the entranceway.
It's a gorgeous chandelier.
I wonder if there'll be any special lighting effects at night.
I don't know. Even just at night with the lights dancing off of the windows, I think that'll be spectacular.
Oh, look at this. Looks very relaxing.
There's like seating everywhere, and especially outside of the restaurants. Like every restaurant seems to have extra seating outside.
Yeah, from what we've seen, I was very, very impressed. I look forward to going back for the big opening coming later this week, actually.
Right? August 3rd is actually the grand opening day. We'll be there on August 1st for the ribbon cutting.
Right.
And this is a water feature out back. We have not seen most of the resort yet. It feels like we have, but we haven't.
Oh, there were some of the employees there. Very nice. Everyone was so friendly. Very friendly.
Yes, and we're heading into Rivella Restaurant. This is an all-day restaurant. They have a character breakfast a couple times a week.
Yeah, characters I saw.
Yeah, and this is an Italian restaurant. And we're looking forward to, we've had a couple samples which we're going to share, and we're looking forward to eventually dining here.
Right, and they also gave us some exclusive Four Seasons champagne and wines to try as well.
Right, and all of those were excellent. So definitely if you're coming here to dine and to stay, ask about that.
So at this point, they brought out the head chef of the restaurant.
Right, executive chef Fabrizio, and I believe it's Chinardi, made us a couple of different items. One of them was a veal ravioli,
right,
which was excellent.
Yeah, it was
really
tremendous.
Excellent.
There it is right there. Getting hungry already again.
And then they also had the pan-seared tuna.
Right, and I insisted you try it, even though you weren't so sure about the tuna. But what did you think? I
actually ate the sample that you gave me. No, but I don't usually eat tuna.
Right,
I'm a very picky eater.
You like tuna fish is what you like.
Yeah, I'll eat tuna fish with mayonnaise, But I thought it was actually much better than I expected. I've never liked tuna before like this.
Overall, we are very, very impressed with the food offerings.
Everything we had was excellent, and that is not always the case, and we will say when it's not.
That's right.
And now we are at the Oasis adult pool. There are several pools on property. We have not seen them all. This is overlooking this beautiful conservation area. Very
relaxing. I could see myself sitting out here.
And not far away is Explorer Island, which I can't wait to see. It has a family pool, a splash zone, 11,000 feet lazy river.
Oh boy, lazy river, always good.
I know, I'm so excited. And a 242-foot water slide.
I'm all over all that, all over it.
And that doesn't mention that there's also going to be golf here. So there's so many amenities and so much recreational options.
And I see a hot tub also here in the adults only area.
I know. All of this, we could have just, if we brought our swimsuits, just jump right in.
Oh, it was, again, another very hot day. But, of course, we had to take a little break at PB&G, Pool Bar and Grill. And we had these deviled eggs they brought out, which they called egg, and egg with a caviar. Absolutely fantastic.
I don't eat deviled eggs, but I know you had several.
Well, I wanted to make sure that your portion didn't go to waste. I know. So.
And all of the food items that we tried were excellent. I was so full that I didn't try the beef brisket, and now I wish I had.
Well, that was Oyster Rockefeller there, which was wonderful.
And this is a beef brisket. And then we have, and I like the presentation of this rotisserie chicken.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. But the beverage here, and you can tell me the official name of it, it was I thought it was a regular iced tea. It was so sweet and
I
delicious.
did too. I didn't know it had alcohol in it.
Oh,
It
until
was
we stood
so
up.
good.
Oh boy, it was a strong drink.
Well, I think somebody mentioned it, but it's absolute peach and iced tea cocktail. And it was one of the best drinks I have ever had.
Ever.
Yes, I would actually buy it, and I'd probably buy several of them.
No doubt. And I will support that decision fully. Now we're going to look at the spa. Why don't you tell us what you have about the spa?
Well, there's 18 treatment rooms. There's going to be a couple of bungalows. Again, we haven't seen everything, but that's something that I hope we get to tour maybe this week as well.
That sounds good. And next was Lickety Split.
And this is a coffee shop. They'll have 15 types of gelato. They'll have pastries, bagels, all kinds of items, plus the coffee.
Speaking of pastries, look at all these wonderful desserts.
I know. It was so hard to decide. Everybody was sort of splitting.
I got to jump in. That carrot cake. Oh, boy. Carrot cake, just like the carrot cake cookie at Hollywood Studios.
Excellent. And there's tiramisu, the carrot cake you just mentioned.
Tiramisu
chocolate
was
cake.
good, too.
It was just phenomenal. I didn't even get to try everything because there was so much.
This 8-hour cold brew coffee here, absolutely amazing. Tremendously refreshing. Like, I think I had 3 or 4 samples of this one.
Well, everybody seemed to really enjoy it. I'm not a coffee drinker. They actually made me some very nice tea. But I can't even imagine 8 hours of brewing.
Well, you can explain the tea. You did try their specialty teas.
Right, and it's by Rishi, and they use a simple brew method to create the tea. Plus, if you do it, get a to-go cup, they actually have a little sleeve, and then you can they'll put the loose leaf tea into it, and it brews right into the cup.
So that's great. You don't have to sit around wait if you're in a hurry to have freshly brewed tea.
Right, it otherwise
Your
takes
own
maybe
cup.
like 5 minutes.
That's right. So no, that was really great, and like everything, first class at the Four Seasons.
Absolutely.
And we'll have much more on next week's show after the official ribbon cutting.
Right, and I just want to mention there are 444 guest rooms. The resort looks huge, but that is not a lot of rooms.
Oh, absolutely.
And each room, a standard room, is 500 square feet, and then it goes up from there.
So even though it's in a beautiful residential community of the Golden Oak, it's not overwhelming it with guests.
Correct.
It's going to be very relaxed pace.
Yes.
And that's what we like. So, and there's still some Disney to be seen on the way in. They have these great sculptures that you could see from the road. This is of the Little Mermaid and Friends.
And we had seen this last year. They had not yet put up the Snow White sculpture.
Right. One of our friends worked on the team that created these, and actually, some of them are very similar to what used to be in California and in Fantasyland here at Walt Disney World.
And these bronze statues, they're themed to Disney, Friends, and Nature.
Right. So beautiful. We'll be seeing much more of all this next week. So after talking about Tonga Toast at the Polynesian last week, a good friend of ours told us they also have Tonga Toast at the Rainforest Cafe here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
And it is a different one, but we're heading into the Rainforest Cafe. I have not been here in many, many years.
I haven't eaten here since opening day. Opening day was the last time I had eaten at, opening day of Disney's Animal Kingdom, the official opening day.
And we had the Landry Select card, which is a great deal. You pay $25, you get $25 back, and then $25 every birthday. So we were using that for breakfast.
Right. And we don't get to Animal Kingdom very much. It's a beautiful park, so we figured we would make a day of it, and that's what we're going to do. But we're going to start off with Tonga Toast Rainforest Cafe style, and here it is.
And the Tonga Toast, again, at Disney's Polynesian is very different. This is like a cinnamon French toast, and you get strawberries and bananas on top of it.
It's not a stuffed square with cinnamon goodness like at the Polynesian. So, of course, being a Polynesian guy, I prefer the Polynesian version. But I have to say, this version was very good. I would get it again.
And then we also had an omelet, which was really good. I mean, I was surprised. My last Rainforest experience was many years ago. It was not the best, but we had a very solid meal here, and it is really a great option for those going to Animal Kingdom.
And it didn't hurt that we had that Landry Select card, so the whole meal was close to free.
It was like $4.78 with everything, and we were seated next to this fish tank. And this is an experience even without the Landry Select that we would do again.
And I would recommend, if you want breakfast, to get there early. Breakfast, they stop serving breakfast at 10:15.
Right, in the morning where we had called and they said 10:30, but it was 10:15 a.m. and then you can get your breakfast.
But I have to say they were wonderful there. They made accommodations for us. We were able to get our breakfast ordered even a little after 10:30. So the staff couldn't have been nicer. And it was a wonderful, relaxing experience. You can see there wasn't a ton of people there at this time at around 10:30. So
well, more were coming in for lunch when we left. It was really, when we arrived, they had sort of stopped seating for breakfast. So it was kind of nice not having so many guests in there.
Right. Oh, in the backside of water.
Yes, that's what I had said. I was like, I have to take a picture of the backside of water.
This one little bit in the bar kind of reminds me of the old Adventurers Club with the seats here. I love these bar stools.
I know. I took your picture on a giraffe with the
the
tail
there. No, Rainforest is sometimes overlooked, but I think we'll give it another try. Maybe we'll even try it
for lunch. Yeah.
Next time.
I look forward to it.
So anyway, back to Animal Kingdom. We're finally, the last few shows, we did a day at Epcot, we did a day at Hollywood Studios with Frozen, and then a day at the Magic Kingdom for Disneyland's. It's about time we spend a day at Animal Kingdom.
And this is, again, I used to go here like every week, and it's been a long time since then, and I'm so excited to get back.
A lot of construction going on, I see, though.
It reminded me of Downtown Disney,
yeah,
with
really
all the
did.
walls.
And I'm not really sure what's going on here right now. I know that It's Tough to Be a Bug will be down for a couple more weeks, so perhaps they decided to do all the work in one big shot.
Right, and the last time we saw the Tree of Life was at Harambe Nights,
right,
when it was all nicely lit up blue. And I just want to mention Harambe Nights is sold out for the rest of the season, which is a few more.
Yes, the Harambe Nights has done pretty well after all.
Really well.
I enjoyed Harambe Nights very much. The only thing is I thought the show was the weak link in it. I think the experience was great. It was the show.
I would have rather just seen an extended version of the Festival of the Lion King, and we are going to see that show in just a little bit of the show.
Right. And now they had some entertainment here. I don't know if this is because it's a Harambe Nights Saturday or not, but this guy, we saw him at Harambe Nights.
I don't think so. I think this might be something they do every day.
All the time?
Maybe during the summer. Again, we're not there very often. We should be,
right,
much more than we are.
So we took a ride on the Kilimanjaro Safaris. Our tour guide here had a great voice.
He had like a radio voice, certainly much better than my voice. I believe his name was Joe. Best driver ever.
Best driver
yes.
ever. I agree with that. So we saw some hungry hippos. I sure hope they're not dining on duck at the moment.
I don't think he's eating the duck. But one of the things I want to say is, we live close to Animal Kingdom, and it's pretty amazing.
7.5 miles from our house.
Right. It's pretty amazing that we can just come here, and this is part of our annual pass, and get to do the safari anytime. And I don't know why we don't more often.
It's giraffes, and they're everywhere. It was really amazing. It reminded me of being back at Kidani Village.
And except that we weren't driving right past them there.
Oh, that's true. We were even closer here.
Yeah, and they came up really just about to the window.
Yeah, I think the Animal Kingdom is very overlooked by us anyway.
By us, and I think by a lot of guests, and it really is a terrific park, and I hope that Avatar will really make it a full day experience.
And you can see that little pavilion off in the distance. I believe that's for the Wild Africa Trek. I think that's when they have their little snack.
Well, I will say they do discount the tour during the summer because it is immensely hot outside.
Yes.
And it's like a $50 discount. So if you're looking to do the tour and you don't mind the heat, which can be like heat index of over 100 sometimes.
It was probably over 100 heat index when we were here on the Savannah at this day.
And we did see some of the trekkers, and it was hot out.
Yeah, we said to ourselves, we're kind of glad we didn't do that today.
But it's a $50 discount, so.
Baby elephants.
Yeah, and these are very new elephants, little babies.
They're new, all right.
I know, they're babies.
Very new. But they're new to us because we have not seen the baby elephant. I think I've seen one baby elephant in a past safari, but I've not seen the two like this. So
I
it was
haven't
very
either.
Nice.
I think they're beautiful.
Oh, the lion sleeps tonight.
Yes, that's what I said on Instagram.
Lying around. How bad can we get?
And there's another one behind him.
The lioness, or whatever that's called.
I guess, the heat, they just want to sleep.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
And if you want to see them moving around a little more, usually early or late is the best time to go.
That's right. Like the sunset safari would be the ultimate, I think.
Well, or, first thing in the morning, you just
Sunrise
run to the
safari.
And there is Pangani Forest.
PANGANI.
Yes, PANGANI.
Exploration Trail, which we went through, and we saw this gorilla.
Right, and there were some sleeping gorillas here too.
It used to be, when Animal Kingdom first opened, this area was called Gorilla Falls.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, then they changed it over to PANGANI because probably the emphasis there are other animals to be seen also.
That's I didn't even remember that.
And you know, this gorilla seems very hungry. He reminds me of someone I know. I'm not
That's
quite
what
sure.
you said there. Don't say that. That's not very nice.
Well, we hadn't had lunch yet. We hadn't had lunch. He made me hungry, actually.
And we didn't even see any meerkats because they were sort of out of sight, too.
Yeah, that was the only negative part. It was so hot, the animals wisely decided to stay in their air-conditioned area.
Which is what we would do, too.
Yeah, of course. So this was our first time back to this new part of Harambe since the opening of Harambe Nights.
Right, and this is actually a very nice area. I haven't had a chance to look around as much as you have.
Very detailed, a lot of little signs and tributes and everything. So make sure you walk around and look at the details.
And we had booked Festival of the Lion King with our Fastpass.
Right, and it's the first time that we have done that, obviously, in this new area. So it was a test for us. And I'll tell you one thing, it was a hot waiting area. I remember doing the Fast Pass for the old show, and at least they had the, you know, the spritzing water on you, the fans and everything. So here it was a bit warm waiting for the show.
Maybe they'll change. I mean, it's still a new theater. Maybe they'll bring in some fans. I mean, it was a hot day. It was a hot day everywhere.
Right, but all was good once we were in the air-conditioned splendor of the theater, and it really made us realize how great of a show this was. After seeing the show at Harambe Nights, it made us appreciate this show all the more.
Well, especially when we saw Harambe Nights, the way the seating was very difficult for a lot of people, a lot of guests
Majority
like us
of the guests could probably not see
to
it.
see the show, where I really appreciate the theater and the round experience more than I ever have.
And the show itself is relatively unchanged since the original show, or from the original show.
Right, and you have Timon here, you have Pumbaa, you have Simba. Obviously, Timon is the only character who's actually running around.
And Tumble Monkeys. I love these guys. They are great.
Very talented.
But my all-time favorite, the hidden gem star of the show, is this guy, the fire juggler.
I hate to say it, I don't even remember him.
How could you not remember the fire juggler?
I saw the Festival of the Lion King so rarely that I don't know. Like, I actually want to go back now, but I didn't see it that often before.
It's because of him.
Right.
Now you've seen the wonder of this guy.
I think it was because the show was in Camp Minnie Mickey, and I just didn't venture into the area very much except for Christmas time.
Right, and now it's much more accessible to us. And again, we really have gotten appreciation for the show. It's a good show, and this guy is highly skilled. It reminds me of the guy at the Polynesian who does the fire.
I wonder if it's the same person. You know, if it's the same performer. One of the same ones.
That's possible. I'd like to see him breathe fire. We just went to the Kiss concert with Gene Simmons breathed the fire. That would be the ultimate experience.
I think I'm okay. I've seen it with Gene Simmons this year here. So, and this is and you have the aerialist also.
Well, you're going to see it all. This is the finale. I didn't want to go too long with this, but again, great show. We loved it, and I was so glad we got to finally see it again and appreciate it. So we're walking around outside and we're seeing yet again more construction. This is over where the parade used to go by the drums. I have no idea. Hopefully we'll find out. Maybe somebody watching can tell us what is going on. This is probably just maintenance on the tree, but the other areas I don't know.
And again, when we went to Harambe Nights 6 weeks ago or so, nothing.
None of this.
Like,
The park looked brand new. So, it just shows you stay away from a place for a few weeks.
And you never know what's going to happen.
That's right. These guys were really good. I don't know if I've seen them before, but...
yeah, the performers here were fantastic. I mean, I think Animal Kingdom has some of my favorite performers, and a little different than the dance parties elsewhere.
Now, you also booked us on Expedition Everest, which was always a favorite of mine, always a fun ride. And I think we're going to take a little POV ride on it right now.
And I was a little nervous because of my foot, but it was actually easier than
Mine Train, because there's more room to get in and out, and it's just more comfortable for you.
It is, and the clouds, and you can't see it here as much, were so low that in the photos that I posted to Instagram, it looks like this mountain just disappears into them.
Well, the clouds look pretty impressive here too, I should say.
It was pretty. amazing. Yeah.
Now, do you remember when Everest first opened, when you would come right here, there used to be smoke, or not smoke, but
I don't remember
like a fog that you would go through here? Right here, the fog was.
Vaguely, but I remember birds.
Well, the bird used to be right up here, like right as you got to the top, the bird would be up in the corner and it would slowly come down. A few weeks ago, by the way, they were doing maintenance on this track, and the track that, the track that's up in the air was gone.
I would
so
have gone
you
on
would have
it.
been scared to death where you look right over the edge. We should have come in for that.
Well, I don't think you're going to look right over the edge, but I don't know that I would have. I like having that barrier very much.
This is the scariest part of the ride for me because you're going backwards in the dark.
And it feels weird. Like it has this kind of odd feeling.
Oh, here comes the Yeti. He's just ripped the tracks open. Uh-oh, what's going to happen now?
We're going to go down.
We're going to go down.
we had our friends Kelly and June. June is like 7 years old. And they will never ride this again. We were like, you really need to ride it. It's not bad.
We have to remember our audience when we're suggesting these rides. Now, if you look real quick, you might see the Yeti. He's not quite as animated as he was on opening day, but opening day of the attraction, I should say.
And hasn't for quite some time. But, it's still a
still an awesome ride.
Yeah, solid.
By the way, this sign promises that you will see tigers, bats, and lovely birds.
We did see
birds. And we saw the kimono dragon also.
Yeah, the Komodo dragon
All new kimono dragon.
Komodo,
yes, Komodo. Kimono is some kind of outfit.
It's like a dress.
That's correct.
So anyway, there are 2 dragons now, and I know 1 or 2 of them had died before, but there are now
they had
Komodo
one
dragons.
for a long time, and I guess he died, and then they have 2.
And this has actually always been my favorite part of Disney's Animal Kingdom. I have never gone and not seen pretty much anything. Well, there's the anteater. He wasn't there.
No, I threw him in because of the lack of anything else to show.
The bats and the tigers were gone.
Now, this is also
too hot for them.
If you would like a very expensive beverage in a tribal mask tumbler for only $15.50, you could get such a thing.
Yes, but we didn't.
But we didn't, of course. But that was a great time anyway. Animal Kingdom, loved it. Can't wait to get back.
But we want to see tigers and bats
we
next
did
time.
have to leave so we can go over to the Polynesian because it also happened to be the very last day the Polynesian was going to have the original pool opened.
Right, and right here at Disney's Polynesian Resort, we don't know exactly what's going in here. It looks like some kind of a water feature. Somebody
the Tiki Man says it's a water feature, I thought.
Oh, did he say it?
He did.
No, I don't know if he knows for sure.
What do these pipes represent?
Somebody said it might be like for a fire
Somebody's
feature,
been
but I don't know.
drinking soda and throwing their cups in there. Though. It is not a trash can.
This almost looks like what the sign would look like, but
the concept art, right?
Right, but that's supposed to be out front, so it looks like something that might be nice in a little while.
Yeah, it looks like something that might be nice when it's done.
But anyway, they're doing work out front and, of course, out back.
So we're going to take a walk through the Polynesian. Again, this was on Sunday, I believe, the very last day of the pool.
We were there Saturday.
Oh,
we
Saturday.
were there 2 days before the Barefoot Pool Bar and the Nenea Volcano Pool were going to go down for Monday, and they will not be reopened again till like March.
Right. As we are recording this, today is Tuesday, all this is now closed. The pool is closed. That beach area is closed. All the beach chairs and everything have been removed, and they're having everyone go to the quiet pool. And there's a temporary bar set up at the quiet pool, but at least we'll get one last look here, little nostalgia, one last look at this pool.
I mean, the stream is gone. Like, everything is changing here. So it's, I think it will be great when it's open. I will miss what it was.
Well, what it is with the volcano up there, the volcano pool, they're just going to shave down the top of the volcano.
Right, it's supposed to get smaller for fireworks viewing.
But apparently the second floor is not able to see the fireworks over that volcano, so it'll be better viewing from the second floor areas.
Right, so there's not a lot going on. It's not like I saw somebody writing that they're going to rip out the pool. That's not what we understand.
Right.
From what we understand, the pool is going to stay
and
mostly the same.
The pool and the slide are going to be relatively unchanged. It's just everything around it that'll be changing.
Right. I think they're adding a jacuzzi or a hot tub here.
Yeah, a hot tub.
Along with a kids area. So it will be different. It will be behind a fence.
Barefoot bar will still be there, but it'll be just for guests there at the pool area. It will be fenced in, so if you're not staying staying at the Polynesian, you will not have access to the pool area and possibly to the beach.
Well, Trader Sam's will be open for all guests,
Right.
so there will be a bar, a really nice bar
really
for everybody.
nice bar.
But this should be behind a fence.
I will miss walking under the waterfall, though.
Well, we'll stay here and
Yes,
get
well,
to do
that's
it.
true. We will, but
It won't be something we can do just anytime. No.
right? And here's the slide. I always like that. I'm glad we did the slide last year. And we have a video up, actually, of all this. We have a video of the slide and a full pool tour and all that stuff. So I'll have to link to that in the show notes.
I mean, I don't know that I would be staying here for the next, 8 or 9 months until the lobby is done. Everything, there'll be a lot opening around March, April. They say March, but we'll see.
So there is a lot going on at Disney's Polynesian, soon to be Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and we'll be checking back now and then or stopping in for a Tonga Toast.
Always love the Tonga Toast.
Oh yeah, me too.
And we talked to our friend Jeffrey Epstein from D23 about Destination D Attraction Rewind as well as Faniversary. And we're looking forward to both events. We'll be there, and we've both been members since the beginning.
Yeah, we always have a great time at the D23 event. So here's Jeffrey to tell all about it from our last interview with him.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey Epstein from D23, Disney's official fan club. We are incredibly excited about Destination D and bringing it here to the Walt Disney World Resort. It's going to be at the Contemporary. It's a fantastic celebration of beloved attractions from yesteryear, as well as a celebration of the 1964-65 World's Fairs and Disney's contributions to that remarkable landmark event. So it's going to be 2 days of unbelievable panels, presentations, screenings, you name it. We're going to have Disney legends, Disney luminaries, Imagineers, archivists, all showing things that people we think are going to be incredibly excited about. Some stuff that people may have never seen before, and bringing back some stuff that people may have forgotten that they loved so much. So we're incredibly excited. Plus Mickey's of Glendale, the Imagineering store that's based, of course, on the West Coast, is actually setting up a pop-up shop in the Contemporary just for D23 members to attend that weekend. It's going to be unbelievable with exclusive merchandise, both from Imagineering as well as a merchandise themed to Destination D Attraction Rewind. And we close out the night with Pleasure Island Rewind, so it's going to be a great party that is themed to the beloved nightlife area here in downtown Disney. Putting together a Destination D event, it's very similar to putting together an expo. There's a lot of moving pieces because we want to make sure that it's the best possible event for all of our guests. So we started planning Destination D over a year before it actually is taking place. So before November of last year, we started planning for November of this year. So we want to make sure that we've got the best talent, that we've got some really cool surprises, and that there's, well, the special D23 magic that we like to bring to every event. The great thing about Faniversary is that every year it's a different show. There's always new anniversaries to celebrate. So this year there's so many landmark milestones that we're celebrating. It's fantastic. From Mary Poppins, Sleeping Beauty, Lion King, to theme park favorites like Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, Disney's Hollywood Studios, which was of course Disney MGM Studios, and Donald Duck's anniversary, you name it, and of course Disney's contributions to the 1964-1965 World's Fair in New York. So you've got talking about Carousel of Progress and It's a Small World and Ford Magic Skyway. There's so many awesome things, and being able to have a member from the D23 team and a member from the Walt Disney Archives there to celebrate this in person and show people images, video, music, things that they've never seen before, perhaps, things that they may have forgotten that they loved, things that they may have forgotten that they'd ever seen. It's really going to be really cool. Plus, we're bringing out a couple of really fantastic props from the archives, including a hat from Mary Poppins that Julie Andrews wore, and a Duckster, which, if you're not familiar with the Duckster, you better go to d23.com and learn a little bit more about that right now. To ask what I'm excited about that's coming up for D23, there's so much. I mean, every week we have new member-exclusive content on d23.com. We're always announcing new events. We're working with our partners all around the companies to bring screenings, member mixers, special sneak peeks, all to our members. It was so fantastic that we just were able to unveil the Maleficent figure with Disney Infinity up in San Francisco. So around the country, we're trying to bring our members more events, and online. So say you maybe can't get to one of our events, there's so much terrific exclusive content that we're developing for d23.com. We really hope that you guys check it out. From the first ride on Pirates of the Caribbean ever taken to never produced Mickey Mouse shorts. There's so much there. You just got to do a little digging. It's fantastic for Disney fans. Plus, sneak peeks at what's coming up. We love celebrating what's new and what's next and really giving members a behind-the-scenes peek. So whether it's online or in the next issue of our magazine coming out in August, which is going to have some really awesome content, our special events, and of course we've got, you know, terrific discounts and merchandise. There's so many things that we love bringing to our members that we know they find special, that as Disney fans we find special too. So we really love being able to celebrate all this stuff that our members love, because we love it too.
Wow, everything sounds great. I really look forward to both of the events.
I do too.
So anyway, now we are going to be announcing the winners of the contest that we had 2 shows ago.
I know, it's been 2 weeks. And the Disneyland Paris Remy pin goes to Angie Buckley.
Congratulations.
Yes. And then the keychain goes to Candace, and I'm not Steenbeck. Or I know I probably didn't say it right.
I'm sure that she knows who she is.
Yes.
So send us the information on Facebook, and we will be sure to get those right out to you.
And thank you to our sponsor, Pixie Vacations. They are the ones also who provided the prizes, and we really appreciate it. Check out their website and book with them.
And also on a side note, good luck on their road trip this week. They are on their way to Wally World, the original Wally World.
Where is that?
That's actually Magic Mountain, which we've been to.
Oh, that's
in
right. They just made it there today.
That's wonderful. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out to them.
Yes, they went cross country.
And also, Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency, the best deals on tickets in town. Be sure to check them out.
And Theme Park Connection, they've been with us since the beginning. Definitely stop by their store anytime you're in Orlando.
Yeah, we will be doing that ourselves in a few days.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks again for listening, everybody, and have a great week.
Great week.